Hey guys, it's David here, and it's currently day 73. Hopefully, you guys had a wonderful day and are doing better than yesterday. Now, before I start this video, I gotta show you guys this cut, right? Like this barber hooked me up damn well, right? Because I just want to mention, I never had a barber, right? It is very sad, I know, but I never had a barber connect with me on any level, right? I am that type of person who will just go to a random barber and get a haircut done at the most convenient spot for me, right? So if I'm in a different part of town, I'll just go to like a barber around that area and get my haircut done. So then I never went back to the same barber for more than twice, right? And when I do, it is quite obvious that I got my haircut done from someone else, right? Because I go back with like a different haircut, like a total different haircut. So I guess you could call me a cheater, and I cheated on barbers a lot of times. So I never really understood this connection, and I never actually built this connection. But recently, after being released, I have been consistently going to the same barber, for 4 times now for my haircut. The first few times wasn't the best, right? He didn't really understood what I really want, and most of the cases because I failed to explain what I really want because I don't really understand hair, guys. Even this time coming to the barber, I asked for like a skin fade because last time I asked for a fade and they just gave me like an O2. So I was like, no, 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 no. I'm gonna be more specific this time. I asked for a skin fade. He had a look around. He's like, man, I suggest a high taper. I was like, you know what, man? You do what you think, right? I have no idea about hair. I'm sure you know what looks good on me. So he got me this, right? And honestly, it's probably the best I had seen so far. So to that, I appreciate him, right? And obviously, because I have been going to him for a few times, he suggested me with some haircuts. The interaction was more enjoyable. So today, by experiencing this connection with the barber is something different, guys. It is honestly something different because I always thought that like any service business, right, is you pay something and they should deliver their service, right? And I had been viewing the world like that for a long time, that if I pay you, you got to do your job, right? And sure, that is the case, but the thing is, the person will do a much better job if you connect with them on an emotional level, if they really want to help you because they like you as a person, and they can only like you if you like them in return, right? They can only show interest in you if you are interested in them. So obviously, I'm not the best at showing interest in other people, even though I am trying to improve in this area. I find it, I guess, hard to be sincere. Well, not sincere. Like another word would be, I find it hard to be vulnerable. Like I am pretty insecure with my facial gestures. So a lot of the times, even though the words I say are truly sincere, my face, I hold it numb, right? I don't really express my feelings. I'm self conscious with my smile. So, a lot of the times when I do say my words, I do really mean it, but it's just that my self consciousness makes my facial expression come off as odd. It's not matching with my words pretty much. So, people kind of feel weird out. Like, why is this guy saying this, but he's holding like a dead face looking at me, right? This doesn't make sense. But obviously, that is something I no longer am as too critical and too harsh on myself. That is also part of me liking myself and being more confident as being in my own body, right? But that being said, today, this connection I had built, well, this connection I'm trying to form, it is the most grateful thing I could think about today, right? It is so, I'm so grateful for this matter of fact that it changed my whole perspective on interacting with people and really paying for someone to do your service next time, right? It's not just the money aspect. Sure, you can pay someone a lot of money and they can do a good job. But what's more fun, what's more inevitably funner is to connect with that individual, have a laugh, right? Instead of sitting there in this awkward silence, waiting for him to cut your hair, try understand him, try ask how he is, right? Try actually be interested in him and just make that time go fast. But not only that, use that time to build rapport so you're more welcome next time, right? And that is just something I had learned today. But that being said, that is not all I had done today, right? Today, obviously, I went to see my mentor, youth mentor. We went around to handing a few resumes. It was almost like uh, like a coach right next to me, but he wasn't really, guiding my hand into the businesses and handing my resume. He was just dropping me off, and then I just, go inside, drop it off, do my thing, cold approach, basically face to face, first time actually, face to face cold approach, and I didn't actually feel too. There was no fear, there was no anxiety, actually, matter of fact, because I guess I knew my intention was straight. My intention was that I want to hand in my resume. I am looking for a job. So therefore, there's nothing for me to be scared of, right? There's nothing for me to be afraid of. So I guess I find that very funny, right? That is the irony, because a lot of the times we are afraid to call people to sell our service or to sell our product because we are unsure if they will buy or not, right? And because of that uncertainty, we instantly refuse to do it. We refuse to act because we are unsure of the outcome, right? And the only difference with today is that no matter the outcome, I know my intention isn't to sell them. My intention is to just simply give them my resume and simply tell them I am looking for a job and asking them if they have a position available. My intention matched with my action, right? And that is why there was no resistance between it. To sell your product, there's some resistance, as I found it before, because you're unsure of the outcome you want. Like, sure, you want them to buy from you, but the uncertain comes at you unsure if they actually want to buy from you or not. And because of that uncertainty, we stay reluctant to push forward, to call them, to knock on the door, to send that email, because we always have this uncertain feeling, and that manifests into doubt, right? So then again, that comes down to really your intention and really how you view the world, right? If you view the world as that, then that is all you're going to get in abundance. So, coming back to what I'm saying today, right? As I was handing out the resume, um, I had a fun time, guys. It was a pretty fun time. Unfortunately, I haven't got any notice back yet, but that isn't something I am really too concerned about, right? I was looking for hotels, like a night audit shift position, because I'm due planning on working around midnights, because that is the only time I'll have available during the weekend. Otherwise, that is going to eat into my daily routine. It's going to, cut out my time to work on my business, to make videos, to read, etc. So I really can't afford that, right? So what I had come up with is just to work throughout the midnight, during the weekends, of course, coming back, have a quick nap, 6 hours of sleep, and then get up and just do my work, right? So that is the plan, and that is kind of the routine night shift I am looking for. And hotels just obviously popped into mind because they're 24 hours, right? Of course, there are some warehouse jobs, some nightclubs, which is ideal for me, nightclubs, which is why I'm also working on getting a security license at the moment to maybe get like a bouncer position, like a doorman. But at the moment, that is in progress, right? That is in transit. I'm waiting for the course in September, but obviously I need to make some cash right now. I need to make some dough. Otherwise, I can't be paying for the business expenses at the moment. I can't pay for my phone bill. I can't pay for the food, etc. So the job at the moment is urgent and important. So lately, I have just been kind of looking for jobs and going to interview, going to handing my resume, etc. That all takes a bit of time, but obviously there's other things in life that is getting into the way. But because of these things getting into my way, shouldn't be the only reason that's stopping me from doing what I want to do. Right? Sure, there's things getting into my way. Sure, life do get into the way, but when that happens, guys, you gotta think, are you gonna stop what you're doing? Are you gonna stop doing what you're passionate about because life drama gets in the way? Are you gonna stop and give up the moment drama hits you? Or are you gonna step back and realize, okay, there's drama in my life now, but I truly know that I can overcome this because I have a burning desire to succeed, to become better than who I am yesterday. Now, only having a strong desire and only viewing the world in a pleasantable place can you push through this obstacle. Matter of fact, if you view the world as such, there shouldn't be obstacles in the first place, right? And at the moment, I don't view these as struggles. I don't view these as distractions or obstacles or some drama that I can't handle, right? I It's funny enough, guys, I can always find time because I truly know what I want in life. And I know that these things at the moment, getting a job, going to school, reporting to my PO and shit, these are maybe all necessary, but I don't see them as obstacles in my life, right? I see them as these steps are necessary steps to take to put me to where I want to become in life, right? However, in the past, obviously, I thought differently. I thought that going to school, doing this and that is a total waste of time. And sure, certainly at the moment, going to school and based on what I learned, I do think is not a good use of my time, right? But instead of viewing it as, oh, it's such a hassle or it's an obligation, it's just such a burden and shit, instead of viewing it that way and make your life actually more harder than it actually is, view it as a blessing in disguise, right? Be grateful of what you can get from it. And obviously, I have been grateful of what I can get from it, the social experiences, the chance to be around more people, the chance to talk to boys and girls, the chance to meet new people, all these things I would not have gotten if I didn't do this, right? But obviously, this wasn't something that was exposed to me the first time the news was broken to me, right? I was distraught, I was angry, I was frustrated. I want to drop out of this thing because I want to focus on my business, right? But as I changed my mirror, let's say, I changed my image of how I perceive the world to be. The moment I changed that is when everything kind of flipped around, right? It's so funny, guys, and it actually does work for me. But you just gotta be sincere. You gotta be sincere of what you actually appreciate and what you do actually think you like in the world, right? You can't just delude yourself. And I have tried this. I tried to delude myself, but it never works, guys. You may be able to fool your brain for a minute, but deep down inside your heart, you don't believe that shit. So you're going to reverse back into your old habits. But when I sincerely appreciated what I can actually get from this obstacles, right, I managed to start seeing all the benefits, all the positive that these situations can give me, right? And when that happened, life became honestly so much more easier and so much more pleasantable, right? And instead of being angry about I don't have time for this, I now find time for it, right? And I know we all have 24 hours, right? But unless you work every single hour and sleep for none, you always have time for it. And if you really want what you want bad enough, if you really have that desire to achieve your purpose, if that purpose is real to you, then there's no reason that you cannot make time for it. If you don't want to make time for it, chances are you're lazy or your purpose, your vision is not clear enough, or that goal isn't truly yours to begin with, as is why you do not want to push forward and make time for it truly, right? If all those things were true, if the vision was yours, if you really want to achieve this goal, if you want to really live this purpose, then you will find time for it, guys, right? Take some time off sleep, right? Take some time off playing video games. Take some time off relax. Eat faster, shit faster, shower faster. You can always make time if you truly want it bad enough. And this is just something I am focusing on right now, just to make time for it, just to get time for it while also doing everything I am doing at the moment. However, at the moment, it's just really searching for that job. But then again, if I don't get the job I do search for, then I know that perhaps that job isn't made for me in the first place, right? If we get rejected, just know that don't feel as if, oh, they rejected me, so I am not good enough. Maybe think differently. Think that they rejected me, so maybe they are not good enough for me, right? And that is not being narcissistic. That is being just honest with yourself and the world, right? If they don't want you, don't take that personally. See it as a blessing, right? See it as, okay, so that's good. We're not wasting anyone's time. You don't want me, then most likely you wouldn't enjoy my company and you wouldn't enjoy my specialties, right? Be confident with who you are. Be okay with your imperfections and be okay and embrace your goodwill, guys, because eventually some people and some businesses will come along and pick you up. And when those businesses do pick you up, you'll realize that this is a good match. Because when people pick you based on you, they will truly enjoy your company instead of signing you on for this degree or this perception you made yourself to become the successful person when you're actually not, right? And understand, having those truthful people, having those honest people are seldom in our world. But if you choose to view it as that, then of course they're going to be rare. But switch your perception and believe that people in this world are honest and kind, and you will see them in abundance. You will come across them in abundance, right? But obviously, that comes to truly believing what you really see and what you want to see. But yeah, that's all I gotta say for today. And I hope you guys had a wonderful day because I certainly did. And I do hope you learned something from this. But if not, that's totally fine. Because, like always, I will be here tomorrow. So, see you guys then. Bye bye.